Gotta let all these Packer fans know that we're gonna be doing this NFC North Open Mic here in a few minutes. Yeah. You know, I just love ending that video right there with that Panay Sewell catch for the touchdown right there. And here we are. It is Monday night, and I want to give a little welcome right here to everybody that is watching out there in Facebook land on Detroit Lions News. Bill the Packer fan and Mike the Bear fan and Detroit Lions Villain Squad. Welcome to the main stage. Our illustrious host, the one, the only, the king of Sting, the Count of Monte Frisco. And you can find him greeting you at the Golden Corral. It's main event, Mike.
I've lost 4 pounds, Russ. That's uncalled for. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the show. I'm Main Event Mike. Welcome to the NFC North Open Mic night. It's a trash-talking area where we come in here, bring your thick skin, and we run you out with hurt feelings. Especially if you're a member of the NFC North fan bases of the Packers, the Lions, the Bears. What's that other team? Packers, the Lions, and Bears. Who's that other one?
The Vikings.
Oh, the Vikings, yeah.
The purple.
I've forgotten all about them because their fans have completely disappeared. So if there are any Viking fans out there, I'd like to come in and get a piece. Let's do this. We do like to talk about serious football stuff as well. We got a few things to get to today. Russ, let's get it going. How's my audio?
I think you sound great.
All right.
If I look like I'm talking to myself, will you please let me know? I got to get myself on this side, so
I got this weird ray of light coming through. I don't know how to turn that light off me. There, that fixed it. Anyway, put your comments in, put your questions in. We're going to have a panel of people here from all 4 fan bases, and we are going to get it going right now. Russ, is it just you and me for now?
Well, right now it is just you and me right here, but I want to get in here. We want to say hello to David. Hello, David. The G-Man Devil, right there.
Nagsmanian Devil.
The Nagsmanian Devil right there.
You're the North Detroit Lions repping. David, Thank you for your comment. Thank you for being here.
Yep, and say hello to Tina right there. Hey there, friend. Thank you for watching.
Hey there, friend. Thanks for being here, Tina.
And then there's John Dorn being nice. Says Mike sounds good. He usually would never say that to you. But
he's my kryptonite, that guy.
Hello, gentlemen. And Bill the Packer fan says bring your thick skin because your boy Bill, the Packer fan, is going to be on here in a minute. So I am going to throw the link into all of your comments right there. If you would like to join the show, then feel free.
Where are we broadcasting live tonight, Russ?
We're broadcasting live into the Detroit Lions News. Thank you for letting us go into that platform. You guys are such a big help with us getting out there to engage to football fans. Bill the Packer fan, if you are a Packer fan, there he is. Just speak of the devil. I say his name, and then there's Bill the Packer fan. As I'm plugging him, you need to go follow this guy if you're a Packer fan.
I was just coming to watch the show. I wasn't sure if you were still doing your Lions show or not.
Oh no, we're done. We're done.
Oh, are you?
We're here. So we've been taking over, Mike. We got 2 Packer fans in here. We got John Dorn.
Hey Tim, I'm sending you the link, bud.
Does anybody else see the Bill the Packer fans comment over John's face? And just his eyes are peeking over the bar. Woo, that was creepy.
What's up, fellas?
Hey, so, John,
I'm not sure. I kind of want to talk about the dead horse in the room. You know that the Bears receivers is all ranked under the Packers receivers. I'm not sure if you guys seen those rankings that came out.
I did. That was a good, and I did. The Bears receivers were obviously absent from that list. I thought DJ Moore should have been in there.
Yeah, do you have some data for us? I know that you're all, but both of you guys went out and got yourself a PFF subscription.
Yeah, I had to.
Wow, I love the new background, John. That looks great. I mean, it looks like someone puked on it, really. But I mean, overall, it's a nice improvement over what you had.
Well, maybe someday when you can afford, you can get a background like mine.
Someday when I'm part owner of an NFL franchise, I'll be able to do that.
Yeah, right. So we are broadcasting live into Mike the Bear fans group. I mean, I don't know if we're going to see any Bear fans because they might all be scared of Bill the Packer fan.
Yeah,
and
they know that I got PFF now, so yeah, they're ghost.
Yeah. So go ahead now. Do you got some information to share with us, or?
Yeah, hang on, give me a second. I'm sending out the link.
I think you know, Russ. Those Bear fans, they're probably all in one place listening to Ken Doby run on right now.
Okay, so they are there. So I wanted to throw something in here right here before Bill gets in here. I made this little graphic right here so you understand when you're looking at PFF what is good, bad, average before we start talking trash here. 90, if you have a player that has a 90 grade in anything, you're an elite player. You have elite attributes. From 80 to 90, you should be in the Pro Bowl. You're so damn good. You're a good player from 70 to 80, and then average is from 60 to 70. So when we're looking at these PFF, if we do bring up stuff, that's kind of the gauge that you want to look at it for. And we have a new person on. I'm sorry, Mike. I'm sorry. I'm so used to the morning.
This is a very well-known Lion fan.
Let me just get started right here. When you put these PFFs and everything else like that, I mean, I get it and everything, but the bottom line is all when it comes down to the season, how that player's working out and how he's actually accelerating in the football world. You can put all the stats, facts, all you want to and everything else like that, but the bottom line of it all, anything can happen in the world of NFL. Stands for not for long. What do you think?
Yeah, it probably depends on
is that our friend Tim?
Yeah,
that's Tim in the house right now, Tim. And you're a Lions fan, right, Tim?
Yes.
Then I agree with everything you say. What were you going to say, John?
I was going to say all depends on the players too, how they come out with their like receivers into their quarterback. You know, if they chime together, if they don't, you know.
Right,
and that's why I wanted to put this up. I just didn't want anybody to blow anything out of proportion.
Wait,
so
Russell, hey, buddy, can you put that back up for me? Okay, so all the Bears wide receivers are under average.
Hey, but when you make the arguments, because I know that you might try to trash a couple of the players that have that between 70 and 80, and those
only came on so he could do that part right there.
Yeah, right. All right, guys, I gotta go.
Stop playing with us.
Finish, Russ. Go ahead.
But yeah, I mean, if you want to hit some of these topics that you had earlier, Mike, too. I mean, we wanted to talk about Terrell Owens versus Randy Moss.
No, I want to look at that graphic again. Let's talk about that this PFF thing, right? I mean, let's face it, PFF is the standard that chuckleheads like us always refer to by us setting a standard or grading a player, right? And let's face it, over 90. I mean, am I right here? There's only a handful of players in the league that are over 90.
Yeah, right? Only a couple of them. I mean,
Mahomes, Aaron Donald, Amon-Ra St. Brown. I mean, there's only a few, right?
I mean, what's crazy is Equanimeous St. Brown is ranked fucking better than Claypool.
Yeah.
Like, wow.
Well, I mean, let's just take a look at this whole Randy Moss and fuck, man.
I forgot what I was saying.
Well, that's not the topic we're talking about, Tim, but appreciate it.
What do you
We're talking about? There's only a handful of these players that are above 90. What have you noticed in your team there, Bill? Where are some of the Packers ranking on that chart?
Well,
pretty fucking low, in my opinion.
Most of ours are rookies, but we do have Watson that's on the rankings, Jared Alexander, Kenny Clark. Let me pull it up and we can get into some.
You got anybody over 90?
Anybody over 90?
I think Alexander is. I think that's the only one.
Over elite?
No, I think Alexander's the only one. But I can confirm that Watson is ranked higher than DJ Moore. Okay, he's ranked 24th.
Okay, what do you go PFF too? Whatever. You see a player only plays like 5 or 6 games, and he has a good PFF. You know what I mean? And then he only played 5 or 6 games. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not the full season.
Yeah. But is that right? Jair Alexander's the only Packer that's in the elite group.
In the elite group? No, not at all.
Well,
Aaron Jones and AJ Dillon
are over 90.
AJ Dillon.
They're not over 90.
Dude. I don't care what anybody says. Jordan Love's a complete bust.
What? Now Tim's drinking too much Bud Light.
Now I want to put you up full screen. I want you to give your take. Why do you think Jordan Love's going to be a bust with your Bud Light?
Because he's drinking a Bud Light.
Jordan Love. If you guys watched Jordan Love last season when he did come in and play, and you watched Aaron Rodgers on the sideline having to coach him along, Matt I want to call him the fuck. Matt LaFuck wasn't sitting there doing anything about it. Aaron Rodgers was the one that was coaching him in order for him to throw decent and win some games, so Aaron Rodgers could at least keep the goddamn team in some kind of playoff contention. In the end, though, Karen took over and still failed, and Matt LaFuck ain't the one that's going to be able to coach your team, and Jordan Love ain't going to be able to even put any checkdowns in there, let alone get the ball to receivers. He's just not that guy. look, you guys had great 2 quarterbacks, a great run in 2 Super Bowls, which ain't that great with 2 elite quarterbacks. But at the end of the day, this third one, complete bust.
Okay. Hey, can I comment on this real quick?
Are you going to comment on what he just said?
Well, I was commenting on.
Okay, then no.
Did you understand what he just said?
I didn't even pay attention. I was just reading the comments.
Well, okay, what do you want? Somebody in the comments?
I
okay,
wait till after the
that's
show.
good. We can go to the comments. That's fine.
Yeah, it says look at the QBs compared to Watson. So
That's
let's look at the quarterbacks.
You want to look at cornerbacks?
Quarterbacks. So Justin Fields is ranked 23rd out of 32 quarterbacks.
Okay, I'm going to bring up the quarterbacks because I can rank.
Hold on now. What he's saying there, that's Mike the Bear fan right here, Bill, and what he's saying is Watson had a Hall of Famer throwing him the ball.
Yeah,
and DJ Moore had some scrubs throwing him the ball is what he's saying.
Well, that is definitely a factual statement, but the part that's bullshit is that was Rodgers' worst year in his career.
Well, Mike's not saying it. He's just saying compared to Watson,
here's the quarterback.
He had some scrubs throwing him the ball, and I think that's legit.
But still, that was Aaron Rodgers' worst season in his career. Watson still managed to be a top 20 receiver in his first year. Now, don't forget, Mike, he also missed quite a bit of the season.
Oh, that's right. You're making Aaron Rodgers the scapegoat for that trash season last year. That's right.
Oh,
I forgot.
Yeah.
He's the scapegoat, and you run him out of town just like you did Brett Favre. I forgot all about. You're right.
Main event, Mike. That's the thing. You got to stick up to updated news. It came out just 2 weeks ago that Aaron Rodgers asked for a trade before that season and was denied. Yeah. So you don't think Aaron Rodgers knew that was his last year? He's not putting in 100%.
So you implying he got his way.
He got his way. They went up, got out Randall Cobb back for him. They got
he said New York, but
what I'm fucking ass off. He got him back, and what did he do for you guys? Nothing. A complete bust. He's a washed-up crybaby. Go take vacation and eat all the ayahuasca you want to, and shut the hell up.
I wanted him gone before last season.
See, the thing is, I believe he played last year, and that was it. He didn't put in 100% effort. He played. He knew it was his last season, so he just rode the horse till the end.
He was there so he didn't get fined.
And I don't even know if you guys know, but he almost got traded to Denver last year. And in fact, we decided to run it back one more year, and that's why they got bust down.
That's why they hired the Denver head coach that they did, is because they thought they could get Aaron Rodgers over there.
Well, honestly, Tim, it came out. Adam Schefter came out and said there was a deal in place, and at the last minute, the Packers decided to run it back one more year.
And where's the Denver Broncos coach right now? He's got his walking papers. He's sitting on the sideline while Sean Payton's taking over.
Is Bud Light like a Detroit Lion kind of thing? I'm just wondering.
Well, look at that beautiful blue label on there. You like that? You like that?
You like that? I mean, just
that was slow motion. That was like a good promo right there, Mike. I appreciate the way that you were on. It was like a good slow-mo promo of the. I mean, Bud Light should give us some money for
it's a Packers and Lions cage match. It's a Packers and Lions cage match here on the NFC North Open Mic. It's 3-on-3.
Hey, if Mike actually stands up, you've got a toot on.
Hey, did you guys? We were looking today.
Can we acknowledge the elephant in the room? Because I promised I would do this for you, for you, Bill. Because why is this a two-person fight right here? Oh, it's because the Minnesota Vikings don't want to come and represent their team because they're trash. That means they're going to be 0-6 in the division.
No, they're not here because they found out Amona St. Brown from the Detroit Lions is ranked number 2 and JJ's ranked number 3.
Yeah, right behind them.
People are ghosts now. Viking fans are like, what? Yeah, isn't that a crazy ranking? We just found that out about an hour ago.
I like that call out so much that I'm going to allow you to call him a Mona.
The whole problem with the Minnesota Vikings organization is that no matter where you want to chop it up or cut it, but they're pretty much the same as the Detroit Lions. No Super Bowls. We have more championships before it was a Super Bowl. I still count that. But at the end of the day, chop it up. They're just like the Detroit Lions, a struggling organization trying to bring a Super Bowl, and they went about it the wrong way. The Lions have gone about it the wrong way. I think they're finally in the right direction and going about it the right way and getting the motivation of players they need in place. I mean, it's amazing when all of a sudden players want to come here and play. It's like, what?
Yeah, they said
that. What?
Yeah, they said Green Bay was the worst free agent destination this year. I did read
Van
that.
Ness, what do you think about all this?
I just gotta laugh.
Okay. We'll take it
out of here.
All right.
I mean, really, like, it's fun. And let me tell you guys a little story. Like, you guys, I love being here with you guys. The NFC North, Russell and Mike and everybody. This is fun. This is a fun pod chat.
By the power of Ra.
And he froze right there. He froze.
No, he did not. He did not.
Yeah, he froze right when he was giving you some good credit.
No, he did not.
Someone forgot to pay his Wi-Fi bill.
Oh.
Anyway, what I'm saying is, this is a group chat here. I enjoy coming here, because it's the NFC North. You got the Lions, Bears, Vikings.
But you're a Packer fan.
Well, I'm a smart man. I mean, you can't help
that. This is a trash talking group. You know that.
Okay,
Playoffs.
Okay, but wait.
When you woke up that morning and your dad turned the TV on, and you said, "Son, what should I be? What number one fan should I be?" And you picked the Packers because why?
It's all right to say that the Lions had a fluke lucky season last season. It's all right to say that.
It's like,
what do you mean the Lions had a lucky season? They won 9 games and missed they won 9 games and missed the playoffs. I'm not like we're not bragging about this.
And let's not talk about Karen's last toss and what that was. Interception, INT, straight back. Come on, man.
I mean,
you guys are humiliated by the Lions at your own fucking field.
Here you can talk smack and not, like, get in trouble, whatever.
Right.
Okay? Like, the other day, at times, I go over into the Jets podcast, and this one dude, he has his thing. I sit there and said that, like, look at all the Packers, ex-Packers who have joined the Jets. And I said, I am glad that they're gone. He has this thing called the shadow.
I don't
realm.
believe you.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
you are stalking Aaron Rodgers to this day. You are in a Jets chat. What is up with that, man? Let it go,
dude's
bro.
Dude's about to jump ship and jump right over to the damn Jets.
You've had enough of that
Karen
shit.
and his ways. Then he'll be a Minnesota fan by next year because Karen will finish on his farewell tour in Minnesota.
Let me teach you guys something.
Go ahead.
Teach us.
Okay?
Teach us.
Okay?
Oh, wise one.
Here's what's going to be fun. Here's what's going to be fun.
Go ahead.
They have no idea. All these Jets think they got the gold gem. They got the diamond in the rough with Aaron Rodgers. And I try to tell them they have no fucking idea what the hell they got. Okay?
Oh, you mean like the diamond?
That's my quarterback. They're talking all this smack, all this shit. And what's going to be fun is, like they try to say what I said, Rudy Johnson did not bring in Aaron Rodgers just to get the Jets to the playoffs. He brought him in to win a Super Bowl. Now, within a year or 2, 3, however many years Rodgers plays, if those Jets are not holding up a Super Bowl trophy, they're going to have so much egg on their face.
You're talking about Jake Asman show.
Is Jordan Love?
I've trolled it myself.
Are you saying next time is the Jets were retired, washed up Green Bay Packer quarterbacks going? Because Jordan Love should be next, and then Aaron will go down to fucking Minnesota, finish out his farewell tour. I mean, come on, man. Look what Brett Favre did. Look at Brett Favre did in New York that 1 year. Nothing. He was a playoffs. He left. He got the fuck out of there.
Van Ness, did you say he's a Bear fan? He's a Lions fan.
Well, that's okay. That's nothing much more to brag or talk about.
No, we're not. We're just getting it straight. And I don't hear a take in here anywhere, Van Ness.
And I'll tell you right now.
I gave you a chance to give me a take, and you're kind of failing.
And I'll tell you right now, if Karen Rodgers goes against Robert Saleh, the head coach of the New York Giants, that bitch will be sitting on the bench cracking pine needles up his butthole.
Reel him back in, Mike. Let's get him on a topic.
All right, let's get him on a topic. We want to talk about your coaches. We're done talking about your ex-Hall of Fame diva quarterback. Let's talk about your coach.
Sounds a little jealousy to me.
Here's the question for the panel, and this question is also for our viewers out there. Put it in the comments. On a scale from 1 to 10, how confident are you in your head coach to navigate this season and come out with a playoff berth? We'll start with you, Van Ness, or Bill Packer, because that's where we want to start with the Evil Empire. How confident are you in Matt LaFleur to not smell like patchouli oil? And
I'm more confident in Matt LaFleur than your whole franchise going into the season. In fact, watching what Matt LaFleur's been doing in OTAs to target the center of the field, that's something Aaron Rodgers always stayed away from. He always targeted the sideline. Well, that's what we got these tight ends for. So that right there alone tells me Matt LaFleur is already on the new and big things. So
really? Like the middle of the field is new? The middle of the field is the easiest part of the field to complete a pass. Bill, your quarterback has no experience, so they're exploiting the middle of the field. That's what's easiest for him.
The middle of the field is the most dangerous part of the field. That's where you're most prone to get intercepted. That's why Aaron Rodgers stuck sideline to sidelines. If you go back and watch film, you'll notice 90% of his throws are sideline to sideline.
More likely to get intercepted in the middle of the field.
Right.
Unless you're dinking and dunking on the wings. I don't know.
Unless you're Jared Goff.
That's what I'm saying. That's Green Bay's move. Dink and dunk.
That's all Jared Goff can do. Dink and dunk.
All right.
Well, what I think is funny is
hold up. John Dorn's next.
Okay.
We're gonna go in order here, so everybody gets a chance to answer.
Can I introduce Greg first?
Okay, bring him.
Please welcome to the show. The only good takes in this room, the man who's got a plan. Yeah, he is GREGG, the West Coast Stat Master, Greg Rice. Welcome to the program.
It's my quarterback. What up? It's my quarterback, Theo, baby.
So we're talking about your head coaches now, and we're asking. So, Bill, I needed to get a rating from you before you signed off. How confident are you in Matt LaFleur? You said you're more confident in him than you are the entire Detroit Lions team.
Franchise.
I don't know if you heard, we got Riley Patterson, so that might change things there. But
you like that?
Yeah, that was a joke. But Bill, tell me, how confident from 1 to 10? From 1 to 10, how confident are you in Matt LaFleur?
12.
Okay. All right.
Homer.
And we're going to give that same question to our friend John Dorn. John Dorn, Matt LaFleur, what's your confidence level in him?
I've got to give like a 12 to myself. For one thing, he's damn good at quarterbacks. Matt Ryan is MVP, who was his fucking quarterback coach.
Oh my God.
Matt LaFleur.
Oh my God. I am gonna totally destroy those takes when it's my turn.
My turn.
Let's talk about wait, I gotta get through all these Packer fans.
Then Fleur comes in, takes over 9-6-1 team, makes Rodgers play better than he fucking was.
True.
For 2 years, 2 MVPs because of fucking LaFleur. Now Rodgers he was almost right out for he was tanking almost.
The comments are killing me.
The floor came in and made Rodgers play a lot better than he was.
All right, we're going to introduce a new guy on the show now. He's a Packer fan. His name's A-Dub. Welcome back to the show, A-Dub. It's always great to see you. He's got a bit of a lag, so it'll take a second for him to say hello. Stop playing with us. Hey, A-Dub.
What's up, folks?
We're talking about your coach today. You got any comments about Matt LaFleur? And tell me what your confidence level is in him to get you to the playoffs this year.
My rating for him is pretty much a 7.
Junior.
See that? That's a non-homer take, John Dorn. You hear that? A 7. That's realistic. Go ahead, A-Dub, 7. And tell us why. That looks like he froze. Oh, there he is.
For me to say this is a matter of me finally it's just considering what's his offense going to look like without Aaron Rodgers now.
Yes.
Like, my thing is, you only normally see how well LaFleur can coach when he had Rodgers. Now that he doesn't have Rodgers, you'll finally see the full extent of Matt LaFleur's coaching with his offense now. Like, he's going to be more in control now, so you'll see exactly how good he really is.
That's a great call out. That's exactly where I was going with it, A-Dub. Thank you so much. Matt LaFleur. Hold on, Van Ness, you're next. And to A-Dub's point, Matt LaFleur's offense is not the same offense that Aaron Rodgers was running, folks. I got news for you, okay? Matt LaFleur's offense is more of a West Coast offense. It's more throw to the backs. It's more throw to the middle of the field. Aaron Rodgers is the mad bomber, the sideline bomber. He's the most accurate passer we've ever seen in this league, probably. So a lot of times, Aaron Rodgers is overriding the call at the line of scrimmage and not even running the play that Matt LaFleur is calling. So it will be interesting. And to A-Dub's point, his confidence level's at a 7 because we really just don't know what his offense even looks like. When you get to 13 wins with Aaron Rodgers overstepping you at the line of scrimmage every game, you're not going to even complain about it or put it in the news or anything, but it's very well known around Green Bay media that this is not the offense that Matt LaFleur came to Green Bay with. Van Ness, we'll let you go next. What's your confidence level in Matt LaFleur?
Top notch.
What's that?
12.
Top notch. Top
12.
notch.
Oh my God.
Another 12. You're that confident, a guy who's never really even played his offense in this team with a quarterback that's never ran it.
Okay, but the thing is, look, one, this is going to be a totally different offense than what everybody's used to seeing. The Packers is going to be more run-oriented than ever before.
Well, of course. You don't have Aaron Rodgers.
Well, I think Love and that Eagles game, like I played quarterback and everything, and I pretty know much about this.
It's my quarterback.
Love showed me a lot of precision. And when he came in that last minute against the Eagles, I said, you know what, this guy can do it. This guy.
That was enough for you.
Yes.
Ah.
Did
Well,
you
know
score?
who else? You know who else played quarterback? Matt LaFleur played quarterback at Saginaw Valley State University, right down the road from me here.
It's a good school.
And we really haven't seen. He's a very young guy. We haven't seen what he did. The jury's out on him. If you say your confidence level is a 12, I think you're reaching there. I don't think you're being honest with yourself if that's the truth. We have a new person on the panel. It's Ding-a-ling69, and I think Russell and Queen hear me say that. So tell us, Ding-a-ling, what team do you represent?
It looks like he's in the porno van. Are there autographs on the roof of that van?
Man, there's a pack of Skittles and a fishnet in that van.
Oh my God!
Ding-a-ling! Ding-a-ling! What team do you represent? Is that a Ford van? It must be the Lions.
He's a Saints fan.
Get this guy off, man.
He's putting the phone up to his ear to hear me talk. We can't hear you, bro. Give us some volume.
Saints fan.
He's a Saints fan.
Yeah, his name's Trent.
He's a Saints fan. Oh,
No,
stop playing with us.
Stop playing with us. Stop playing with us. Stop playing with us.
You're going to love Jamal down there in New Orleans. We're trying to talk about your coach, though. Van Ness, you didn't get a chance. Oh, you did get a chance. All right, we ran through all you Packer fans. West Coast Statmaster Greg Rice, tell me, Dan Campbell, what's your confidence level 1 to 10 that he'll get us to the playoffs this year?
An 8, a solid 8.
All right.
Look, he's done great in these last 2 second halves of the season. I need to see something in the first half of the season. I spoke to you, Mike. I spoke to a lot of people. Look, we got a tough opening quarter schedule. We got 2 teams. I spoke to you about this earlier, Mike, in Seattle and Atlanta, and these are teams that are run-heavy teams. And that's something we struggled with the last couple seasons. We got to come out at least 2-2. We cannot afford an 0-2 start, and I haven't seen that from Campbell. But that being said, he finished the season strong. I got about an 8.
That's a fair assessment. So you think 8 out of 10 confidence that Dan Campbell will take the Lions to the playoffs for the first time
I'd say a 5.
2014?
I think it's 2016 we put in there. But,
right.
yeah.
All right, Tim, we're going to go to you. Let it ride.
I'm going to put Dan Campbell at number 7 in there right now. I feel he's got a lot to learn. I feel that he's in the pocket. Very impressive that we're finally getting people who want to come to Detroit and play. Big game in the opening one could be the test against Kansas City. I think we take this one to Kansas City because of the motivation and the build-up of our secondary and also our defensive line and the additions to our running backs and our wide receivers. I think we take that first game. I think Dan Campbell's on his way up. I think we are in the playoff run. There's no doubt about it. And we're taking the North.
All right.
I love it, Tim.
I think that's a good call out there, Tim. That, a lot of players want to come and play for Detroit now, but they haven't seen our fans yet. That might send them. That might turn them off. we have no Bears fans in here, and we have no Viking fans in here. So
but they are who we thought they were.
Let's run them through the mud, okay? Since they're not here to defend themselves.
Let me give you a quick take on LaFleur because I didn't get
Go ahead.
So, Mr. LaFleur, you guys ever seen dodgeball cramming up the cram hole LaFleur? Bottom line of that is that he no longer has Aaron Rodgers. Okay, and Aaron Rodgers on the sideline when he got hurt was calling the plays for Jordan Love. What was Matt LaFleur doing on the sideline? Nothing. Cramming up the cram hole LaFleur.
You've had enough of that shit.
5 wins at the most. Period.
Wow.
I like it, Tim.
Wow.
Playoffs.
We accept all kinds here on the open mic. It's an open mic night.
That's why fucking LaFleur turned around a 9-6
And
team.
that's kind of interesting. Every take that the Packers said was, were looking positive was a bad take, but any take that a Lions fan said, was just a bad take for himself.
What do you mean positive?
What the fuck
What
is
do you mean
not
positive?
That is not true.
You guys weren't positive. You guys all said 12 out of 10. What the?
Yeah.
Come on, Bill.
Wait.
I mean, if you would have said, 8 out of 10 is optimistic. I mean, that's like.
A-Dub says 7. He's the only one with his feet on the ground.
We got a Bear fan.
7's optimistic.
Here's what's funny.
Oh gosh, I was in the background. I'm going back to
tell us what's funny.
I love this. What's funny is, you Lions fans, unlike these delusional Jet fans, what have you guys done? Last year. You guys are so high up now, thinking that whatever.
What have you done?
Who is
the Lions done? Like the Jets have done. Do you guys think that you guys are like now the greatest team in the AFC East, the greatest team in the NFC North? What have you guys done?
You really want me to answer? You don't want me to answer that.
They haven't proved anything yet.
You don't want me to answer. You don't want to answer. You want me to? All right. Here's what we've done. We've won recently. We've proven ourselves good recently. We've had a winning record recently. Not in the past. No, we sucked in the past. But we beat the Packers in week 18. We sent Aaron Rodgers packing out of Green Bay, and the sun is rising on 10 years of relevance here in Detroit, and you guys are scared of it, and we are beating our chests, and we haven't won a damn thing yet. But when we hang that banner next year, this year that says we beat the Packers in week 18,
you guys had a lucky
Mechanic song, and Aaron Rodgers throwing the
Same old Lions.
Wait, hang on.
That's your guys' season in the nail, right there.
Can Mike rewind that? I got to hear that again. Well, we beat the Packers out here.
Yeah, that's it. When we hang the banner,
Hey, Bill, we say it on every show, so it's like you don't have to go back far to find it.
Yeah, you can find out. We're still bragging about that.
We're going to hang a banner.
It's hilarious now.
We don't have any championships. We need to hang a banner. We beat the Packers twice in this season.
That's their Super Bowl.
Intercepted Aaron Rodgers on his way out of Green Bay.
Damn right it is.
I love you, Tim. I love it, Tim.
All right.
What a
We got a new guy on the panel. It's Bear Fan Dan. How are you? Dan?
Doing good. How are you?
So good. Thanks for being on the show. We're asking about what is your confidence level in your coach. So Matt Eberflus, which is really an odd name, I think, but he played linebacker at Toledo. He's a defensive-minded coach. What's your confidence level that he can get the Bears to the playoffs and be realistic in 2023?
I think we'll win 6, maybe 7 games tops.
So you have no confidence that he'll get you to the playoffs. So we'll give you a 4, maybe 4 confidence level.
But they are who we thought they were.
Do you think Matt Eberflus will be the reason of that?
I don't know.
Okay. If you only win 6 games, should your coach be fired?
No, I'd say give one more, probably
Okay, so you have some confidence in this guy. If the Bears falter, Dan, in your opinion, what will be the reason?
Justin Fields.
the offense, the offense. I mean, with all the weapons and that they've gotten this year.
Yeah, but your defense was terrible last year. You had the fewest sacks in the league, and your offense allowed the most sacks in the league. Do you think the offense alone would be letting you down if you guys had a bad season, or would it be all the way around? I mean, you're saying don't blame the coach.
Yeah.
All right.
All the way around.
All right. Everybody get in on that topic. Did Dingaling come back? Dingaling came back, and he's gone.
The problem with the Chicago Bears is they gave up 3 first-round draft picks to Khalil Mack. Guess where Khalil Mack is? Nowhere to be found anymore. Now
Yeah, he was. He's in the Pro Bowl in San Diego. Stop it. Mr. Dingaling 69 is back with us. How are you, Dingaling?
Mr. Dingaling, I'm fine.
Mr. Dingaling, not bad.
Mr. Dingaling.
What team do you represent, Mr. Dingaling?
New Orleans.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
I'm so glad you didn't say Lions. If you're a New Orleans Saints fan, why are you on an NFC North trash talking group? I mean, you're welcome here, but we'd like to know what's going on.
I'll tell you what's going on. I just came to rub it in about that beatdown that we gave to them Packers. First game of the season. And I also wanted to tell the Minnesota fans, because, you know, they always, Minnesota.
They're in witness protection, Dingaling.
You know, Minnesota always seems to rattle our feathers. And, you know, Detroit and Chicago, they've been irrelevant, and I can't even speak on them because I really ain't nothing to talk on.
All right. Well, that's fair. I mean, you know, I'm going to tell you what. You're going to like Jamal Williams down there in New Orleans, your new running back.
Stop playing with us.
He played for us last year, and a couple years ago he played for the Packers, and almost everyone on this panel can attest that he's a great player. He'll give you 100%, and he's a great guy. The fans love him. You're going to love Jamal Williams down there in New Orleans.
That definitely kind of bummed me out getting rid of Jamal Williams. I really thought he was a motivated person. I really thought he was a team player. I'm really sad that he had to go, man.
We all are.
The only reason why I think we won that game against the Packers first game of the season was because Roger showed up in his house slippers. He took off all summer.
Ayahuasca when he came into the first game. What are you talking about?
He came in his house shoes. He beat the Pack in his house shoes. Like love it.
And then once he got beat, he threw the whole team under the bus, as usual. Typical.
Hold on, Tim. We can listen to you run the Packers down anytime. This is a rare opportunity to hear the Saints fan run down the Packers. Continue, Mr. Dingaling.
Roger showed up in some swim trunks with some flip-flops on with his hair pulled back a day before the game.
All right, any Packer fans want to respond to this Saint fan? We got to be fair here. Let's see. John Dorn's on a milk carton. No, there he is. John, let this Saints fan have it.
What are you talking about? 2 years ago?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't talk about the past.
Okay. I don't talk about the past. You're a Packer fan. That's all you ask.
Right.
Talk about the past.
All right, A-Dub, what do you think of that? Did Aaron Rodgers mail it in like Mr. Dingaling is suggesting?
What? Yeah, we got an ass whooping. Oh well. First game. We still won 13 games that year, didn't we?
But we agree that
we still won 13 games that year.
Go ahead, A-Dub.
But do you agree that whipping only came because Rodgers took off all summer and like showed up literally?
Yeah, he pretty much did. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Mr. Dingaling, he's been doing that for a big minute now.
Just jump in there, A-Dub. Just jump in there when you can. Go ahead.
When it comes to the first game of the season, you could never count on Aaron Rodgers to be 100% for that game at all. Like the past few years, when it comes to the first game of the season, we always tend to show up less than prepared. That we always end up getting blown out the first game. But yeah, that's usually going to happen any other year when you have Rodgers as a QB. So
that's a great
the
call
loss
out.
we took to the Saints definitely wasn't that surprising.
Yeah. That's a great call out. That's a real good call out. So week one is against the Bears. Week 1 is against the Bears this week this year for the Packers, and you don't have Aaron Rodgers. So, A-Dub, my question, do you expect the Packers to win Week 1 against Chicago? Give him a minute.
Nobody knows.
Considering how unknown the offense is going to be, considering the direction we're going, chances are I give the Bears some bit of a chance that they will beat us this year, because we still have a lot of things to figure out with the offense as far as everything being unknown. Like, we're in the unknown with Jordan Love, and we're in the unknown with the receiving core we have. Now everybody's pretty much young on the offensive side of the ball. The only area where we're not going to be unknown is just the defense. And if the defense is as good as anyone believes it is, then that could be the biggest reason we could win that game.
Yeah, because Justin Fields struggles against defenses. That's it. That's a great call out, A-Dub. Thank you so much.
I like that.
We beat that topic into the ground. I want to remind everybody that we do this thing every Monday night at 7 p.m. Eastern time. Please head on over to our YouTube. That's at Main Event 365 on YouTube. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. That's what makes all of this happen. We're able to provide content 365 days a year about the NFC North. Our next topic, we're going to talk about a little discussion we had. Greg Rice, his boy is T.O. He thinks he's the greatest receiver of all time. And these Viking fans will die on a hill to tell you that Randy Moss is the greatest receiver of all time, while mainstream consciousness believes that it's Jerry Rice. So our debate here is T.O. versus Randy Moss. I want to kick it around the panel. We'll start with you, John Dorn. Which one of these would you rather have on your team?
I would take Rice any day over any of those guys. He just trained harder. He trained harder.
John, you had two choices.
He didn't hit the
Well, I think he did Rice.
Which one?
Rice too.
Which
if
one?
If I had to take one of these two, I'll take Moss.
You take Randy. You take the ex-Viking to come play in Lambeau.
Yep.
Over Terrell Owens.
Yep. You and them blowing his pants down and mooning us. I don't care. I'll take them.
We'll ask Tim. Let it ride. Tell me, would you rather have T.O. or would you rather have Randy Moss, and why?
Man, T.O. and that stupid ass picture you got out there with that dumbass popcorn in his damn hand. Not a humble player at all. Can't stand the guy. I think he's a trash talker, all showboating. Randy Moss is a humble, outgoing player. I'd take Randy Moss any day.
Randy Moss was humble.
That's why compared to T.O.
Where were you at?
Compared to T.O.
When he's pulling his pants down at the goalpost. I mean, come on, these two.
Compared to T.O.,
stop playing with us.
These two players were flamboyant, outgoing,
Randy Moss, man. I'll take him over T.O. any day.
We're not saying. I don't think he's humble, but he's more humble than Owens by far.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. He's more humble than Owens. T.O. is just a goddamn run around showboating fool. That's where T.O. is not around no more. Stop playing.
He just fucking T.O. just trying too much.
Hey, I tell you what.
Go ahead, Mr. Dingaling. Here's an unbiased opinion. Here's an unbiased opinion, Mr. Dingaling. Would you rather have Moss or Owens?
All right, I tell you what. It depends on the offense. If I'm in a dink and dunk offense that's going to dink and dunk the ball down the field, I'm taking T.O. all day. But if I'm in an offense kind of like Tampa Bay had when Brady first got there, when they're trying to push the ball down the field in chunks, I'm going Moss. I'm going for the big shot Moss.
Okay.
You know, deep balls, bombs, he's going to burn you. And
we got John Sullivan in the house right now, and he's a big Viking fan. We finally have a Viking fan here to defend. And when somebody said Randy Moss, he knew he had to steal a car real quick and get in it. and say, I got to get on this Bluetooth on this car and get in there. Tell us, John.
I stole a fucking truck. Remember that? I stole a car.
Would you rather have T.O. or Randy Moss?
Drive it into a fucking river, man. What's up?
T.O. or Randy Moss? I already know the answer, but let's hear why.
Well, it depends. It depends. Like, it depends on who's covering who. Randy Moss wasn't, at first, when he first came in the league, he wasn't really good with dealing with physical corners that would press and bump him and get physical. Yeah. T.O. was
right.
He
only set every rookie receiving record there was that year. You're right. I guess you're right, though.
But, Go ahead. At the same time, Moss was much faster. He had more vertical. He can jump up. That's it. Owens couldn't. But I guess I go with Moss just a little bit to be biased, but that's a tough one. So
all right, we'll take it. And we know Greg Rice. We know what side of the fence you're on. Who have we asked yet? Russell Wayne.
Yeah,
let's ask you, Russell Wayne.
Well, I actually thought I was going to be in the majority, and I think I'm probably in the minority. But I got to go with T.O. just because of versatility of team. Man, he was consistently good when everybody had kind of sold him out. Goes to Dallas, he ends up being the number one wide receiver. Goes to Cincinnati, ends up being the number one wide receiver. Goes to Philadelphia, ends up being the number one wide receiver playing in a Super Bowl. And, I mean, Moss was really, really good at the beginning of his career, and then he kind of, went and fell off, man. I mean, he fell off for a few years and then had a resurgence. But, as a consistent player, I got to go with Terrell Owens.
Yeah. That's a good call out. I would say hold on. In Randy Moss's rookie season, that kid lit the league on fire, and it's hard to believe we're even having this conversation if his career would have continued on that trajectory, but it didn't. And I got to give the edge to T.O. as a blocker. He was a vicious blocker. But we never saw anything like Randy Moss. So for that 2-year window when he first came in the league, for that reason alone, I think I would take Randy Moss if I had one shot at it.
Well, shit,
all right.
Randy Moss had to learn a lot more than T.O. did. I'll tell you that.
Oh, here they go. It's getting heated.
But Mike, you have to remember one thing. He went to multiple teams. Owens did. He was a Niner, then he went to the Eagles, then he went to
because he wanted to be a showboat.
I'm confused in general. I'm wondering why Jordy Nelson isn't in the mix. You know what I'm saying? You guys are pretty biased around here, man.
Hey, the Jets are about to sign him, Bill. Relax.
Yeah, he's selling his farm and all the machinery.
It's my quarterback.
Yeah, come
on. All right, let's change the topic. We've beaten that one into the ground.
Okay.
What happened to our Bear fan? He's gone?
That was quick.
Man, we're talking about wide receivers, and Bears fans are wide receivers.
For some reason, we have a wandering Saints fan in here as well, but that's all right. We'll take it. What's our next topic, Russ?
I don't know. What do you guys want to talk about?
Oh, it was Pro Bowl. It was Pro Bowl prediction.
Right.
It was Pro Bowl prediction. I'm going to start with Van Ness down in the corner, and then I'm going to go to A-Dub. And you guys, when A-Dub gets called on, he's got a bit of a lag, so please don't jump in on him. Let him get his take out. There's going to be an awkward silence. We can all think about how bad the Packers suck while we wait for him to come up and give his take.
I'll fill it with Dennis Green. How about that? You ask him the question, Dennis Green will say something, and I'll cover the lag.
Okay. All right, so A-Dub, we're going to start with you, I guess, since I got sidetracked. A-Dub, here's the question. Who on the Packers will you make a prediction right now will make the Pro Bowl? And it's okay if it's an obvious one like Jair Alexander, but I would prefer if you gave us a name we weren't expecting. Somebody that might, it could be Lucas Van Ness, whatever you think. Give us a name that might be a surprise Pro Bowler for the Green Bay Packers in 2023. And everybody else on this panel, you're going to get this question also. So try to get your answers ready and come with a halfway decent take. Go ahead. A-Dub.
Well, we thought they were.
If I have a choice about somebody, my choice for a Pro Bowler might be Aaron Jones.
Okay.
And the reason why I can say Aaron Jones is given the kind of role. Aaron Jones for me would be my choice for a Pro Bowler because of the kind of role he's going to have for the offense. Like the majority of how it's going to be run is going to be dependent on him and AJ Dillon. And given the opportunities Jones will have as far as being a cornerstone of the offense, I give him much of an edge to be a Pro Bowler this year.
That's a great call out. Like you said before in your earlier take, the Packers expect to run the ball a lot more. They expect to run the ball a lot more. That could open the door for Aaron Jones becoming a Pro Bowler. Greg Rice, before I get your answer, I want you to comment on what A-Dub said right there about Aaron Jones possibly being a Pro Bowler in 2023. What do you think of that?
I think that's completely possible. As we were talking about, they're going to go more towards a run-heavy offense. I'll just shoot this. I think Aaron Jones has been kind of held back by Aaron Rodgers' presence, and I think he's going to see a lot more feeds this year. You're going to see A.J. Dillon on those third and short yardages. You're going to be able to see actually Aaron Jones and what he can do and what he means to this offense. And I think he is easily the best running back in this division. But I do want to give a shout out to the Chicago Bears. I don't do this very often. One player I'll pick for them making the Pro Bowl is Khalil Herbert. That kid has got some wheels. He's got some skills. He's got some juke moves. I think that kid can get it done. He reminds me of a Tony Pollard light. And if he's able to get more snaps to stay healthy this year, I think that kid is completely in the mix for a Pro Bowl nod.
Yeah, but the Bear fans say that he can't block, so he can't be a 3-down back. So and you got Devontae Foreman pushing up the rear, and the other kid that they drafted. It's going to be. I think his carries, his touches aren't really going to go up in Chicago compared to not having Montgomery there. But that's a good call out. We'll stick with the Packers though, and we'll go to Van Ness. Tell me, Van Ness, give me a player you think the Packers might produce a Pro Bowler in 2023.
He's confused.
Watson.
You don't even know.
Watson, good pick.
Watson.
He picked Mike.
Christian Watson.
All right.
Boom, boom. Thank you, Van Ness.
Christian
John
Watson.
Dorn, give me a Packer player that you think might make the Pro Bowl.
Quay Walker.
Oh, I love it.
Quay Walker. He's gonna come out. Yeah, go
John,
to
you can't make the Pro Bowl if you're thrown out of all
the
games.
series and come out even better. Just watch.
If you get
Pro
ejected
Bowl.
from the games, John, you can't make the Pro Bowl.
Hey. Oh my guy, man. He's my
That's
man.
right. That's right.
If you lead the league in tunnel cries, that doesn't get you to the Pro Bowl.
Hey, Quay Walker's my guy, man. I got all faith in the world of him. He's my Pro Bowl. He's gonna
I
make it.
appreciate the take, though, John, and I love your conviction. You don't come wishy-washy. You come straight on with it. We appreciate that. If you've got a straight take, put it in the comments. Let us hear it. Russ, before we keep going with this, Russ, do we got any comments in there? Or is everybody watching the show on the show?
Oh, no, there's been a ton of comments, but it looks like most of the people, I don't know if I'm going to go back through these and find anything. Fields is the best quarterback in the North. There we go. How about that?
Best running back in the North, not the best quarterback. Who the fuck said best
I love it.
quarterback?
I got. Hold on. I got to put it up. I got to find it.
You guys in the comments can sit there all you want to. I'm telling you right now.
Oh, no, it's good. No. Fields is the best running back in the North. There we go. That's better.
Tim, what was that? What was that take you just had?
Listen, man. Everybody don't want to give Jared Goff credit. Oh, he's got too small hands. You can't throw the goddamn deep ball. What do you really know? Throw the deep ball? The guy can throw to multiple different players. He's not throwing to one single player all the time. The plays are constantly changed up. Look at the things he has done just last season alone. Don't.
Yeah, but he's so he's up and down. No, he's one of those up and down quarterbacks. He's got to be more consistent, man.
Oh, okay.
Well, I'm not saying he's a bad quarterback.
Pretty consistent at the end of the year when he whooped the hell out of your guys. Get the fuck out of here.
Maybe you should check his record against Packers defense. He doesn't do too well against Packers defense, man.
Oh, you didn't do too well.
Their whole offense don't do good against Packers defense. You guys already scored 35 points in 2 games. Usually you get 1 game.
Okay. Tim, give me a Pro Bowl player for the Detroit Lions in 2023 that we might not see coming.
Man, I don't care what you say, man. I'm all about fucking Hutchinson right now, dude. I'm sold on this guy big time. I'm very embarrassed that people out there would sit there and say Hutchinson would be a bust, you know. Was he a bust? No, he was not a bust. And guess what? The guy had 4 interceptions. How many edge rushers do you know have that many interceptions in one season?
He might have had a lucky fluke season like the Lions.
I know, dude. Lucky fluke season, whatever. But when Hutchinson comes back this year, and you guys were sold on, everybody and their mother said Hutchinson was a bust. He looked pretty goddamn good this year.
Hey, I was one of them.
Continue on this year, and I think he'll be that Pro Bowler going into it. No doubt about it in my mind.
All right, I like that.
He'll be all right.
Now remember this is coming from a guy who drafted a punter in the very first pick of fantasy football last year.
Who cares, man?
Who cares?
I got Dan Prater, didn't I?
Oh yeah, you did. It's not even a joke.
Oh, Tim. Like I said, I don't think a lot of these free agents have seen our fans before they sign here. Bill the Packer fan, please give me a name of somebody for the Lions that might make the Pro Bowl. Or for the Packers, excuse me.
I was going to say for the Lions, probably nobody though. All good.
Oh, here we go.
We appreciate that,
But I mean,
Bill.
for the Packers, there's multiple ones.
Bill, there's plethora of players
Watson,
from the Lions.
Give me one, Bill.
Could most likely be a Pro Bowler. Jared Allen as well. I don't know. You're saying like a surprise. I'll say Watson.
Christian Watson. That's the second time we've heard that. All right,
That's what I said. Watson.
High expectations for Christian Watson. John Sullivan, are you still there, or did you get pulled over?
Wait, Walker.
I think John Sullivan's being cavity searched right now by the state troopers in Minnesota.
Proud of you, John.
John, I wanted to hear your pick for a potential Pro Bowler, and I know it ain't coming on the defense. You can't make Brian Flores a Pro Bowler, John. Come back and give us your take. Russell Wayne, in the meantime, I want to hear from you. Give me a name I might not expect that could be in the Pro Bowl for the Lions.
I'm going to go with Aleem McNeil.
Wow.
He had a complete body transformation. He was a 325-pound nose tackle, played nose tackle for most of the year, but did well once they switched him to the pass rushing. I guess would be the three technique. I'm not in, but I think that with his body transformation, he lost 13% of his body fat, and he didn't lose any of the weight. So he got tremendous strength, and they're going to unleash him this year. So I think that he could be a surprise guy from the defensive tackle position, because that's maybe why they didn't draft one high.
Right. And was he a second or third round pick? I forget.
He was a third round pick.
Okay, so you're predicting a third round defensive tackle might emerge as a Pro Bowl player for the Lions.
Yes.
I love that call out. I love it. It's optimistic. I like it.
What's your thoughts on Houston?
What's your thought on
We got a problem.
I think that you have a problem. I think you had a guy that came in a week 11 and had 8 sacks in 7 games, had more than a sack a game. I think that the rest of the NFC North,
lucky player.
I think the rest of the NFC North would be pretty scared that he could have a full season next.
John, did you just say he was a lucky player?
Everybody's lucky, according to
John. Another player is a fucking
It's a lucky fluke season. If anybody does anything good for the Lions.
You're going to have to miss me with that, because any player who's in the NFL, they've overcome incredible odds to be there.
Yep.
And any player that went to a historically black college or university has overcome even more odds to be there. Okay. So when you say James Houston is lucky to be doing the things that he's doing, you're going to have to miss me with that. You are somehow subjugating the things that he did. You're minimizing his accomplishments. And I wouldn't do that to a Packer player or anybody else like that. So no, you have to miss me with that. He's not lucky. All right.
We love you, Dorn.
That's why we love having. This is the home of the bad takes, right, Mike?
And it's been pretty mild today. So if anybody's been watching, going, these guys don't talk trash. It's just been kind of mild tonight. Come back next time, and we'll get a little more violent, I think. Do we have any more topics for us? Or are we going to sign off?
I mean, we had a perfect hour right there. Unless you want to bring.
Go ahead, Van Ness.
We actually played against Randy Moss in high school.
Oh, you did.
How'd you turn out?
He went to high school in West Virginia. Van Ness. Well, he froze.
Yeah, he froze.
Right.
I'm
going to get ready to sign up, but I want to say to all of you, thank you very much for being on the show. And after the show, Russ and I always do impressions of you all. And today it's going to be really fun to see Russ's impressions today after this show today. But thank you very much for everyone being on. And we appreciate each and every one. If you're out there watching, like and subscribe to our content. Go into our groups and join the groups, and you'll understand some of this banter a little more. It's the NFC North Open Mic group. It's the Villain Squad group, NFC North, The Huddle. Go over to our YouTube, like and subscribe all of our content. For Russell Wayne, Let It Ride, John Dorn, and Main Event Mike for Greg Rice.
One
God bless you all.
Everybody. Let it ride.